Hi guys, welcome back to another Ravens review video. Today we will be reviewing Manhunter. We'll be talking about what's good, what's bad, and everything in between. But before we jump into it, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell icon so you know when all my videos go live. And let's jump into it. So, Maneater, as you can see here by the gameplay. Maneater is basically a game where you play as a shark, strangely. You swim around, you survive, and you eat to evolve. You have tasks, but let's jump into the gameplay. Maybe that will explain a bit more about it. So here is our main protagonist, Scaly Pete. Now, you start off the story. This is the one of the starting cutscenes for the game. You start off the story by playing as your mum, learning the controls. You then get cut out of your mother's stomach, and you play as the baby. So all you know is that this human is evil. Luckily, you do get your repentance, as you'll see shortly. But this is how the game starts, and for such a simple sort of game where you swim around, you bite, you eat, you evolve, the storyline is actually quite in-depth and quite good. As you saw there, we just took off Scaly Pete's arm. So he has a vendetta against us, we have a vendetta against him, and it's a constant thing that appears and shows up in the game. Now, let's talk about gameplay mechanics. So, for your gameplay mechanics, there are actually quite a few. There are quite a few abilities that I didn't expect to see in this game, or that I didn't even think about. So, you obviously, as you can see here, you start off as a baby shark. So you start off as a baby, and as you eat and level up, you evolve, and you evolve into 5 stages, I believe it is. So you go from baby, teen, adult, elder, and then mega shark. Now that means something to the gameplay, as well as obviously you just progressing through the game and leveling up. That actually means something to the storyline as well, which is quite good. Now, as you can see, we're swimming around and we're eating stuff, but everything has, depending on what fish it is, everything has a different sort of symbol on the left hand side. Now those are minerals. So the importance about minerals is, as you'll see in a second when we get to the grotto, they allow you to evolve and upgrade your abilities on the shark. So let me explain it a bit more in depth. So let's start with a grotto. A grotto is your save point. In every area of the map there is a grotto. That is your safe area. That is where you can update, evolve, change your equipped stuff. As you'll see here, we'll be able to see what's the upgrades that I'm on about. So as you progress through the game and you beat animals and humans and stuff like that, you unlock stuff. See, nutrients, that's what I was on about, that will help you upgrade such things. So like, obviously for the start you've got your sonar. Your sonar allows you to ping and see the world around you, see enemies, see fish, see mysteries, which are your collectibles. And you can, as you progress, you unlock loads of different stuff. So you have like head, body, tail, fin, and then you've got 3 organs. Now your organs are like your randoms sort of thing, like being able to stay on land longer, gaining more minerals when you eat. When you eat, it gives you more health. You're quicker underwater when you're low on health, like that sort of thing. So more like perks, shall I say. Now, again, as you progress through the game, all of these changes are cosmetic to your shark as well, no matter how old they are or what their age is. So all of them are cosmetic. So for example, the one that you seem to get through the storyline is your is the bone upgrade. Now the bone upgrade allows you to be more brittle and harder, against boats. Doesn't really do much for animals and sharks. Yeah, so there is a aspect to it where you may want to upgrade stuff based on what mission you're doing. So for example, when I'm fighting hunters that will come after you, and humans and boats, I'll have the bone upgrade on. When I'm fighting animals, I have the electric upgrade on. And again, all of these are cosmetic. They all make changes to your shark, as you'll see later on near the end of the video. For now, I think I'm just going to let this gameplay play, and I'll jump back in once there is more to talk about.
A bull shark is an animal of broad dietary proclivities. Alligator comes from the Spanish el lagarto, which means the lizard, which really isn't that interesting.
Alright guys, as you saw there, that was a little bit of gameplay, a little snippet, 10 minutes or so of gameplay from the start of the game. Now, as you can see here, we have leveled up and we're fighting hunters. Now, as you see there, Bobby Bojangles has just popped up. So these are, how can I say this, like mini bosses in a way. So they have their own little cutscene, all of that. And these are hunters. So bounty hunters will come and get you once you eat enough humans or destroy enough ships and cause enough ruckus. So these hunters will come out and kill you, or try to kill you. As you take out these hunters, the bar, the circle on the top right, is your infamy rank. As that infamy rank goes up, you will attract bigger and higher level hunters that will come and try and attack you. If you remember infamy from such games like Just Cause, it's sort of the same principle. So as you kill them, you unlock new evolutions, new parts, etc., etc. And these sometimes are requirements to upgrade through the story. Not always though, so it's an optional task. So as well as fighting hunters and killing animals and progressing through the story, you also have your collectibles, such as any game has. So as you can see here, I'm using the sonar, I'm trying to find this nutrient cache. Now there's 3 types of collectibles in the game. There's nutrient caches, which are just boxes that will give you about 300 to 500 nutrients, and there's loads of them in different zones. You've got landmarks, which show you a little cutscene and give you a little rundown of what you're looking at, and then you also have the what they're called, car plates, license plates. You find them as well. All of those are collectibles within the game. So as I was talking about earlier, you when you move into a zone, you have to deplenish the natural apex hunters' food resources. So that will be stuff like eating seals, eating Atlantic spades, pufferfish, stuff like that. As you can see here, for a shark game, you spend most of the time underwater. It is very beautiful above water, just as much as it is below. I just wanted to comment on that because I think it's very important that they didn't just skip over the graphics. It's a very nice, pretty game. So yeah, as I was saying, once you deplete these hunting grounds, you will then have to face the apex. In here, this is the apex great white shark. As you can see there, I've got the bone upgrades on, as well as the bioelectric mouth, I believe. I could be wrong. But as you saw there, I pressed triangle to bone up at the start. That didn't really do much for me. I just did it because I could. The boning up allows me to fight ships better and take less damage, so I guess it did do something. It allowed me to take less damage. But we'll talk about trophies later on. What I do want to comment on while this is going on is the good and the bad of the game, as you'll see in this clip. So the good thing about this game is it's very new, it's very different. I haven't seen many games like this on console or on PC, or at all. The closest thing that I could put this to is Hungry Shark, the mobile app. That is the best thing I could put that to. And it's a very nice adaptation. It's very new, it's very fresh, and I would love to see more games like this. I'm very much enjoying this game, and I would highly urge other people to try it out if they haven't, if they're keen on it. Hence why this is a review. I do very much like this game. However, the bad side is the size of the map. Now, with the next gen consoles coming out, this may no longer be an issue due to loading screens and stuff like that. But parts of the map don't have any walls or anything or grates or vents that you have to swim through where you get that loading screen. Sometimes you'll be fighting and you'll just jump into the next area and it'll throw a loading screen up mid-fight. Another thing is that sometimes animals get confused or stuck. It's almost like they have a fighting area around them, and once they're out of that area they no longer fight back, as you saw here with this great white apex. It was attacking me, it swam away, and it just sort of sat there and allowed me to attack it and finish it off. Now that's not always a bad thing, especially if you're stuck or you're struggling in a fight and this happens, you're very lucky. If not, then it is a bad gameplay mechanic of such. So yeah, now we'll jump into the trophies. So here are the trophies that I currently have. There you go, guys. So as you can see, quite high up, and it's a very simple trophy list. You get most of it just through completing the story. As normal, it's like complete every side quest in every area, get 100% in every area, which means the collectibles and stuff like that, etc, etc, etc. But I think that's all I have to say, apart from the evolution. That's what happens when you evolve. So I just went from an adult to an elder, and as you can see, the cosmetics have changed on it, and you get new abilities, being able to jump higher out of the water, stuff like that. But for now, guys, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I'll reply to as many as I can. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.
The peace of the grotto enables the shark to approach the world with greater confidence and effectiveness.